All right, guys, in this video, I'm going to be talking about another brand. In this brand situation, they were able to generate over $3 million in just a 12-month period. And I'm going through the entire funnel from, what products they're promoting for their brand, go through how they're attracting visitors to their website, what traffic sources they're using, the target countries, alongside their marketing strategy in terms of paid social, what are they doing from an organic marketing perspective in order to maximize their following and engagement. I'll also go through the creatives that they're using on those organic channels. I'll also go through the website, how they're optimizing for conversions and being able to maximize their revenue with a very high quality website. And then as a bonus, I'll go through the email marketing strategy as well. So watch the video to the end, you're getting a ton of value. And if you're a business owner who's looking to scale, maybe you're just starting out, maybe you're looking for other ways to generate more revenue, maybe you're having some bottlenecks that needs to be alleviated, then you can go ahead and book in a call below, or you can DM me on Instagram where we can talk about your problems, go over solutions, and pretty much get started from there and get you to your desired revenues and goals, right? So let's get straight into it. So this brand called Ray NYC, they are a fashion brand, and as you can see here, they were able to generate over $3 million in a year period, right? So how are they able to do that? So I'm going to cover that in this video, but you can see the on-trend and ethically sourced clothing brand, which shows universal standard as among North America's most size-inclusive women's fashion brands, right? So they've built that reputation of being very size-inclusive and going ahead and catering to that part of the target market, right? So they are continuing its revenue growth trend for 2003 after scaling rapidly from 200K a year. Now they're doing 3 million a year, and that was in 2023. So they are pretty much doing more than that for 2024. So you can expect them to do even possibly 6 million in annual revenue. So I know, so they've opened up their first store, a physical store, which is something that you can do further down the line. But their marketing strategy and the way they have their operations set up allows them to scale rapidly and be able to pretty much beat their competitors, right? So they sell dresses, extended sizing, and pretty much skirts, women's wear in general. And they are based in New York City, United States. So that is their background. In terms of the traffic that they're generating, we can see here they're generating upwards of 40K monthly visitors. So you can see how they're able to generate $3 million a year by basically bringing this amount of traffic. And obviously a portion of them will go ahead and convert. And those that don't convert, they are being retargeted pretty much for the entire year. So we can see here the bounce rate is 27%. This is very low, which is very good. It basically means that less people are going ahead and clicking off the page or off the website after just visiting one page, which is ideally what you want, because you don't want people to just be going to one page and then clicking off. You want them to be browsing around the website. You want them to be looking at multiple products, and then that will also coincide with their ability to go ahead and make informed decisions about whether or not they want to go ahead and purchase, right? So that's what the bounce rate is and the implications of that. Now we have the pages per visitor. This is around 7 pages, which is a lot. This is definitely above average from what we usually see and industry standard. Usually you want to get around maybe 3 pages per visitor. If you can get more than that, then fantastic. But 7 pages is definitely a lot, and it's very good because it means that loads of people are seeing multiple pages, they're browsing around the website, and that will ultimately lead to an increase in the visit duration, which you can see here is above 2 minutes. So decent numbers, decent metrics. And this is the foundation of them being able to go ahead and scale and generate millions of dollars in annual revenue. And then we've got the geography. You can see here, they are targeting the United States. Remember, they are based in New York City in the United States. So it makes sense for them to be focusing on the United States and also grow because they have the best logistics there. They understand the market best there. And, those two things alone is a compelling reason for them to go ahead and expand in that market. And we can see here, you have Canada, United Kingdom, but they're very small in comparison. So they're pretty much not actively targeting Canada and United Kingdom. they're primarily targeting just United States, and potentially once they get past 10 million in annual revenue, they can look to go ahead and expand into other markets and try and cater to them as well, because there's a size inclusive market in United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and so on and so forth. And in terms of the traffic sources, we can see here 56% is direct, 25% is social, and 10% is 10% is social and 25% is search. And this is for desktop. So this will be a lot different on mobile, where you can expect social traffic to be a lot higher because the majority of people use social on their mobile. So that can be expected. And search encompasses organic and paid search. So this is what this figure means. And then we have direct, which includes people who are going to the website via the browser, just typing in the URL there, or it can include untracked sort of visitors from search and social, or from any other source as well, like referrals. So that's why it's usually the highest. But you can see that a good percentage of it is coming from search and from social as well, especially on desktop. So they are running ads. They are going ahead and trying to acquire new customers from those platforms. Now, when it comes to the marketing, this is where it gets interesting, because this is where how they generate in the visitors and bringing in the revenue and being able to track it as well. And you can see here they have a variety of ads. So one here being models wearing the product. They have the brand name in the middle to go ahead and build brand awareness, showcase brand awareness to their target market. Because obviously they are a relatively new brand. They're not an established brand as of yet. So it's important that they get their name out there. So anyone who sees this ad will see, okay, the brand name is Ray. They look at that and they'll build up a representation of what this brand has to offer, and so on and so forth. You can see here they go ahead and explain what this ad is about: new season, new arrivals, crisp bold blues, earthy florals, and more. And they go ahead and indicate that they are size inclusive. So they have extra small to 6XL. So that's very powerful, and it's going to resonate with a lot of people who are frustrated in not being able to get their size. So that's the reason why they've gone ahead and put that there, in order to get people to understand that they need to go ahead and visit the website if they want to explore the size inclusive clothing that they have. And then we've got the same ad. Well, it's they're using the same copy, but they have a different model wearing a different product, and different angles as well. So this is going to resonate with different people compared to this ad. So this is what we call creative diversification, where you're going ahead and testing different formats, different images, videos, to see what resonates with your target market the most. And you can see in the back end, according to the data, what is making the target market most responsive. And then from that point onwards, you can iterate from that point and go ahead and start to scale and build an identity around that. So that's what they're doing. And it's very effective, clearly. Then they have UGC style content. They have looks like a model wearing an outfit here as well, and it's sort of like trying it on. Is OOTD, so that's the purpose of this ad. But this can resonate with people who like more informal ads that is less polished, more relatable. And this is what we call UGC style content, where it looks more natural, it looks more authentic. Then we have this ad. This is a video ad as well, where they have the model wearing a product in sort of like a studio setting. And again, they have the same copy as the first two ads. And they are testing a video in comparison to what they're testing here, which is static image. So these are just some examples of the ads that they're running. They're running a lot more than this, but you get the idea that they are going ahead and testing different ads, different images, different videos, in order to go ahead and see what resonates with their target market. And then using that information, they can go ahead and make informed decisions on how to go ahead and scale or where to reallocate the budget to. So that's obviously what I help my clients out with. So if you need help with that, then go ahead and book a call below or DM me. The link is in the description. And that's pretty much what I did with this brand as well. when we were running ads, we were going ahead and pretty much using creative diversification in order to find out, okay, this is what works, what doesn't work, and then just go ahead and give the audience what they want. And that's actually what's working for a lot of these brands. So bear that in mind. And for organic, they have two main channels. So they have their Instagram, where they have built up most of their following, 88,000 followers. And they also have their TikTok, where they have 5.6K followers. So they are posting on both platforms consistently, which is what you want to do. And it looks like they have been deleting posts, which is something I don't recommend. But if you want to keep your page clean, or you're trying to invoke a certain image for your brand, then this is something that you could do. But I recommend that you keep all the images on your page so people can go ahead and scroll down and see and become nurtured into your brand world and your brand image, right? So that's that. And then on TikTok, we can see these are the type of creatives that they're using, the TikToks that they're using. They have one where they're filming a studio shoot, and this can generate some views, but because it's not UGC style, it's not going to go viral. And it's just a case of like a middle funnel style of video where they're just trying to cater to their current audience who are already interested in the brand to begin with. And then we've got photo carousels on TikTok. This can be very effective, and it can make the brand stand out, because on TikTok, there's a lot of videos, a lot of UGC style content on the platform. But when you go ahead and showcase a photo carousel, that can help to differentiate yourself, go ahead and show, it can stop people from scrolling, and it can make people engage with it as well. Because in terms of the carousel, people can go ahead and swipe right, and they can see multiple images. So that can increase the watch time that they're spending on that video, on that carousel. And that will sometimes make it much more easier for it to go viral. And so that's what they've done in this case. They put information about, or they write something that makes people think. So you see how we made these clothes. So it's kind of like an open-ended question where people can go ahead, if they're intrigued, to go ahead and swipe right, and they'll find more information about that. So that's something potentially that you can do. Again, it's a science and an art at the same time. So you need expert guidance on that. And again, I'll provide that. So you know what to do in terms of reaching out. And then for Instagram, you can see here, they have models wearing a product in the photo format or image format. And then they have reels as well, which can be quite powerful depending on how it's being executed. But you want to go ahead and diversify that as well, because you want to give people different types of content to be looking at, and you can nurture them in different ways, which can also help to increase the amount, or decrease the amount of time that they're spending between seeing your brand and then purchasing. So very important as well. So as we look at the marketing, we can see how they're going ahead and attracting new customers to their brand. Indeed, they are doing more than this, but this is like the crux of it. And this is basically the strategy that I was able to implement for this brand, who was able to generate $385,000 in a 60-day period, basically by integrating meta ads with organic and organic social as well. So that's what they're doing, and that's helping them to scale to $3 million in annual sales. Then we got the sign up form. The traffic will go to the website and they'll be greeted with the sign up form. That will help them to go ahead and opt in. And from that point onwards, they can go ahead and receive email marketing messages, which I'll cover later. But they are being offered 15% off. That's a good offer for new time customers or people who first time, who haven't bought yet, because it incentivizes them to go ahead and give their email, but also to go ahead and purchase. So this can be very good. You can see it has a pink background, so they are catering to their target market very well. And they also use a call to action, join the club. This indicates that they have a community that is close-knit and can also provide value. Once they go ahead and opt in, we'll see the homepage where they have a model wearing the product. And when you scroll down, they also have new arrivals, where they show products which are new arrivals. People can go ahead and scroll to the right, and there will be shown the products, and they can choose the size, and they can quickly add to cart as well. Or if they want to, they can go ahead straight to the product page and view the product there. So this can increase and maximize conversion rates because they're on the homepage and then they can go straight to the product page just from that. So that's very powerful. Instead of going to the collection page, which is like an extra step which they have to take. So that's what they've done here. Then we've got, when you scroll down, they have some other information. So here they have sort of like Instagrammable posts or posts that they've added on Instagram. So that here they're just trying to get people to follow the brand. But there's not too much on this page compared to other brands that we've covered. They just want you to go ahead and straight to the product page or go ahead to the collection page. So that's something you can replicate. And then once they're on the product page, they'll be shown the product and they have the model wearing it too. So here they go ahead and describe it, give it a description. They have an add to cart button as well, the sizing, size chart. They have the price, all of the stuff that you can expect on the product page. And they also have materials and care, additional info, return policy, and product recommendations. So all of this will contribute to them going ahead and add to cart and also add multiple items as well, which is what we want and what the brand wants in order to maximize the average order value. They also go ahead and mention that there's only 3 left, so they're important scarcity so that people can make a decision very quickly and sort of create biases in them so they can make the decision fast. So that's very powerful. I recommend that you have scarcity as well or urgency, which can help to go ahead and stop people from just clicking off and actually make a decision. So that's what they do on the product page. And as for the cart page, to go ahead and let people add to cart, this will allow them to check out as well. But as you can see, they don't have a upsell where people can go ahead and add more items to their basket, and that can help to increase average order value, which is that's something that they can improve upon, so that instead of people just spending $168, they can spend $320, $330 with the brand because they were introduced to other products, they were recommended other products. So that's something that you can go ahead and do for your brand too. And as for the email marketing, you can see once they purchase, they'll receive email marketing messages. This is going to be very important when you want to increase lifetime value, when you want to go ahead and scale sustainably, while also increasing your spend with ads, organic, etc. You can see here they have what they showcase a new collection. In this case, autumn. This is one of the older emails, as you can see, but still, they still making very similar emails to this. They are promoting a sale. They have a code here that people can go ahead and use, and that's going to help people to go ahead and pretty much convert much more easily because now they can go ahead and save some money, right? So when you're doing a sale, it's important that you go ahead and showcase codes or make it very simple for people to go ahead and make the purchase. So that includes making sure that they understand what the code is. The code is very clear. Or if they can just go ahead and check out and the code will be automatically be added to their cart. So either way is good. You just want to make it very clear so that people understand and there's no confusion, because if there's confusion, that will lead to lower conversion rates. Then they showcase multiple products in sort of like a collection format, and they have buy now as well to have a call to action. Then they have a model wearing the product. They showcase a new collection, mesh, mock necks, and they showcase more products alongside that as well. So overall, they are providing a lot of products for the target customer to look at, and they are giving people a code as well. So this is very powerful email. That's what you want to do for your brand as well. And again, if you struggle with email marketing, because most brands, if not almost all of them, struggle with emails because they're not executing it properly or they are not segmenting properly. There's loads of different reasons. And most of the time, brand owners don't even know where to start. They don't understand the technicalities when it comes to email marketing. So that's what you need an expert for. And I'm able to help with that, and I do help my clients out with that as well. So if you need help with that, book a call below, or you can DM me. But yeah, this is pretty much what happens, right? They go ahead and click on one of the products or the collection pages, and they get sent straight to the homepage where they can go ahead and view their products that they wanted to view, right? And then from that point onwards, they can go ahead and purchase. They go ahead and receive more emails again, and they'll go ahead and purchase again. So that continues for a very, 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 very long time, right? And this is what is contributing to them being able to generate $3 million in a year, and how they're going to continue to generate pretty much double that this year as well. And all because they have an effective strategy in going ahead and acquiring new customers and retaining the customers as well, whilst also producing and promoting high quality products. So that's what you want to do. And again, I've just gone through the whole thing. Again, this is an overview. The devil's in the details. If you want to replicate this will take many years of trial and error, being burnt by all sorts of companies who say they can help you out, but they're just taking your money and they're not giving you anything in return. And again, you don't have years to wait. You need to take action today, because again, time is short. You need to go ahead, and if you want to achieve your goals in maximizing your revenue or your profits with your brand, then you need to go ahead and make a decision and take action, because only you as a brand owner can do that. Nobody else can do that for you. You as a brand owner need to go ahead and make that executive decision of whether or not you want to scale your brand or not. And if you don't, then obviously that's a problem, because at the end of the day, you're not just the only person or the only brand operating in the market. There are other competitors who are going ahead and scaling past you, which means they're taking up more market share. And ultimately, that's going to leave you in the dust, right? That's going to actually hinder your ability to acquire customers. It's going to become more expensive for you to do that, because they're going to the competitors, and that will lead to the decline of the brand. And we see this many times with brands where I've worked with them, and year on year, they're not able to achieve what they were previously. And that's because they're not innovating, they're not going ahead and expanding in the right way. So you don't want it to be your brand as well. So go ahead and book a call below, or DM me on Instagram, and you can ask me questions. If you have any concerns or objections, you can go ahead and ask me that in the DM as well. And again, this is not going to be free. You need a budget. Again, you can do organic pretty much for free, minus the actual creation of the content. And that will help you to grow. But again, it's a long-term strategy. It's not going to make you a ton of revenue overnight, because that's the nature of organic. With paid ads, you can make revenue overnight pretty much, as long as you have the right products, right creatives, and they have a good product market fit, because most brands don't have that and they don't establish it enough. So that's obviously what you need to be doing. And from that perspective, and then you need to have a website that converts. So all of this needs to be completely down packed. If it's not, then you're going to have a lot of problems. And given that you're a brand owner and you're not illiterate in sort of this type of system, you're not going to know how to fix it, right? So again, I help out with the creative, organic ads, website, email marketing, SMS marketing, logistics, and retailers for some brands who are trying to scale via retailers, but this is more advanced. So again, I do consulting on this. I don't run your ads for you, right? Because that's not a good use of my time. And again, this is for you, right? Again, I'm doing fine. I'm all right. This is for you to actually grow. So make sure that you actually made the right decision and you go ahead and take action. So as I mentioned, if you haven't watched my other videos, go ahead and do that. You get a ton of value from that as well. Make sure you DM me, or you can comment below if you have any questions or have any other suggestions about videos to cover. And I'll see you on the next one.